A very good morning, dear students. Hello and welcome back for your science class, 7th session of chapter number 2 Nutrition in Animals. Before I proceed, there is a question for you from your last video. Name the types of major salivary glands and put your answer in comment section. In last video, we discussed about teeth, types, functions, structure of tooth and tooth cavity, tongue and its functions, salivary glands and its types. Today we will discuss how teeth, tongue and salivary glands helps in digestion of the food. The teeth help to physically break down and mash the food into smaller pieces by cutting, chewing, and grinding it so that it can be swallowed down. The process of chewing the food by teeth is known as mastication. And then tongue. This muscular organ mixes saliva with the food. Saliva is very important for breaking down of carbohydrates. Then it helps in swallowing down the food back to our throat, into esophagus and then into stomach. Then salivary glands. Salivary glands in our mouth secrete saliva. That is the watery substance or spit in our mouth. This saliva contains an enzyme known as salivary amylase. Salivary amylase digests complex carbohydrates present in our food into its simpler and soluble form. Or I can say amylase breaks down starch present in our food into sugar. So the function of salivary amylase is to break down starch into sugar. Now the food is partially digested in our mouth. This partially digested food is called bolus. Bolus, before passing into food pipe or esophagus, it passes through a chamber called pharynx. Pharynx is the common passage for food and air. Below pharynx, at the point of separation of two pipes, that is food pipe and windpipe, there is a flap-like membrane called epiglottis. This flap-like membrane called epiglottis, when detects the food, closes the passage of windpipe and guides the food to go down into food pipe or esophagus. If by chance some food particles enter into windpipe, we feel choke and cough it out. Now partially digested food comes down into food pipe called esophagus. Remember that no breaking down of food takes place in esophagus. Esophagus is a pipe connecting your buccal cavity to your stomach. The movement in esophagus pushes down the food from your mouth towards the stomach. The inner walls of esophagus continuously contracts and relax so as to push down the food. This continuous contraction and relaxation movement of esophagus so as to push down the food is called peristaltic movement. From esophagus, the partially digested food comes into widest part of our alimentary canal, that is stomach. In stomach, from the walls of stomach, mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices like pepsin are released that help in further breaking down of the food. Mucus lining or mucous membrane prevents the inner wall of stomach from hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, it kills the bacteria present in our food. And digestive juices, they contain enzyme like pepsin. Pepsin helps in breaking down of proteins into its simpler form, that is amino acids. Moreover, the muscular walls of our stomach, by its movement, help in further churning of food. Digestion in remaining part of alimentary canal we will learn tomorrow. That's all for today.